Bloodwork reveals himself in The Flash issue 30. Surviving the fire, Barry gets chewed out by Director Singh, whom knows the other detectives warned him about going to the records room alone. Done with listening to his boss yelling, Barry leaves, causing Singh to bring up Iris, wondering how she put up with him for as long as she did. This sends Barry into a rage and his powers begin to build up, yelling at not only Singh but the whole department, saying he's bailed the crime lab out on many times and before he started working there the lab was considered a joke. Telling Singh that if he's so sick of his attitude he should just fire him, Barry leaves for his office, wondering if his rising anger has anything to do with the negative speed force running through his veins. Kristen comes to see him, trying her best to encourage Barry not to leave, telling him of the passing of her parents and how she was once in a self-destructive position much like Barry is now. Getting back on the case, Kristen and Barry work through the evidence and leads that they have got so far, coming to the conclusion that the blood samples would need to be disposed of in a place where blood wouldn't stand out, somewhere like the morgue. Realizing who is stealing the samples, Barry suits up and heads to the morgue, where he finds Ramsey with the freshly stolen samples. Barry begins feeling ill, allowing Ramsey to tell him that he has been testing with the blood since he was a hemophiliac as a child and wanted to find a cure, which led him to inject himself with a cocktail of blood from various metahumans. He tells Barry that since doing so, he has been made invincible and can now control the blood of others, much like how he is doing with Barry's at the moment. Enraged, Barry is able to blast Ramsey out of the building and up onto the streets of Central City. When he goes to confront Ramsey, the people outside the CCPD building believe he has killed him. Ramsey, however, is still alive and thanks Barry for the test of his new invulnerability ability. Attacking Barry, Ramsey says he will now rid Central City of the infection that is the Flash. Unable to attack the blood that is surrounding him, Ramsey morphs into Bloodwork and begins spreading throughout the city. Flash issue 30 finally introduced us to the mysterious Bloodwork who has been plaguing Barry since the beginning of this arc. While I found the reveal of who Bloodwork was to be rather predictable, I did enjoy his origin and I'm glad that it's not something that Williamson drew out. He did it all over the course of 2 pages. He did keep the powers slightly vague though, which was a shame because going off what we know of him right now, Bloodwork seems to be way too powerful of a villain. Barry's continued self-destructive journey is another thing I really much enjoyed this issue, and it's interesting to see him sort of trek into uncharted territory as he's in sort of like an emotional position that we very rarely see Barry Allen at. I'm going to give this issue an 8.5 out of 10. Hey everyone, thanks for watching my newest video. If you enjoyed it, you might also like to check out my other reviews here on my channel. You can also follow me on various social media platforms like Twitter by searching Matt_FOS, or even join the Comic Multiverse Discord server and chat with other comic book fans including myself and Joel from Cape Joel. Want cheap comics and trades? Head over to the book depository with the link in the description to get the cheapest trades and comics around, along with free shipping anywhere in the world. Until next time, this has been Matt of the Fortress of Solitude. Thank you so much for watching.